call this meeting to order at 3:02. Can we stand? For those who can't stand, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Stanford, can we call the roll, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. White.
Present.
Mr. Lumpkin. Mr. Bullenkamp.
Here.
Ms. Hairston.
Present.
Ms. Matthews Simpson. Ms. Miller.
Present.
Mr. Mullins.
Present.
Mr. Weckeser.
Here.
Mr. Williamson.
Here.
Thank you.
We have a quorum. Thank you. All right. The Greater Dayton RTA bylaws require Board of Trustees to review all of the minutes that we were sent in advance. Are there any changes to the agenda that was sent? Do I see your finger?
Are you addressing the agenda?
Yes, I'm sorry, the agenda.
Okay. I moved for approval of the agenda. Second.
All right. With no changes, we will move forward. I'm with you, Dave. In your board packet, you received the board minutes from the September 3rd board meeting. Without any corrections or changes, unless I hear some, can we get a motion to approve the minutes from September 3rd?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The board minutes have been approved. We will move now to the committee reports. I know Ms. Matthews Stinson is not here.
has agreed to do it.
Oh, God bless you.
No problem.
We're gonna work you to the end.
I was delegated.
Thank you, Sharon. Sharon Hairston will provide the Finance Personnel Committee report for Ms. Matthews Stinson.
The Finance, Personnel, and Planning Committees held a meeting on September 17th, and as a result, the Finance Personnel Committee is recommending 2 action items for the board's consideration. Action item number 2, resolution number 2024-10-1, authorizing staff to seek federal infrastructure investment and Jobs Act flexible funding to support transit projects. The Greater Dayton RTA has been notified by the Miami Valley Regional Planning Commission regarding the solicitation of new transportation projects under the category of congestion mitigation and air quality. Once submitted, applications for the proposed new projects are to be reviewed and evaluated for inclusion in the State Transportation Improvement Program. In reviewing the region's transportation needs, staff has developed a project that is eligible for flexible funding, and the proposal has been scrutinized in the context of MVRPC practices and policies. The proposed future project will replace 25 small buses and has a total cost of $3,750,000 with the federal share of $3 million. Mr. Rosinski presented this action item at our meeting, and the supporting information is included in today's board package. Bob is available to answer any questions the board may have at this time. Based upon the recommendation of the Finance Personnel Committee, I move that the Board of Trustees approve resolution number 2024-10-1, authorizing the submittal of all necessary documents and the fulfillment of all other requirements to obtain additional funding for projects approved by the MVRPC.
I have a motion for approval. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second for action item number 2, resolution number 2024-10-1. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Action item number 2 is approved.
All right. And then I have action item number 6, which is the Ohio Transit Risk Pool Special Assessment and Shock Loss Fund Payment. Annually, an independent professional firm performs a review of loss and loss expense reserves to assess OTRP's available funds for losses. The most recent review concluded that while in total OTRP is well positioned, loss years 2022 through 2024 are underfunded due to higher than anticipated losses. Consequently, in September 2024, OTRP voted to assess members $1,690,000 with RTA's share equal to $503,704. In addition to the special assessment, the Chief Executive Officer recommends a shock loss fund contribution of $930,000. I can't believe I'm having trouble reading numbers. I am a retired accountant. These funds are available from previous transit liability amounts earmarked for pre-OTRP deductible payments. As a result, the shock loss fund contributions will not impact expenses. Ms. Danforth presented this action item at our meeting, and the supporting information is included in today's board package. Staff is available to answer any questions the board may have at this time. Hearing none, based upon the recommendation of the Finance Personnel Committee, I move that the Board of Trustees approve payments to the Ohio Transit Risk Pool in the amount of $503,704 for a special assessment and $930,000 for a shock loss fund contribution. The combined total is $1,433,704.
I have a motion for approval. Do I have a second?
Second?
It's been properly moved and second for action item number 6, Ohio Transit Risk Pool Special Assessment and Shock Loss Fund Payment. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Action item number 6 is approved.
And that concludes my action items. However, there are other items to mention. The July 2024 financial report, as well as small purchases information, was presented at our meeting and has been included in today's board package. And that concludes the report.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
We will now move on to the Planning Committee with Mr. Weckeser.
Thank you. The Finance, Personnel, and Planning Committees met for a jointly held meeting on September 17th, 2024, and the Planning Committee is recommending 3 action items for the board's consideration. Action item number 3, Remix Transit Planning Software Service. Mr. Palachicchio explained that the purpose of this procurement is to award a sole source contract to Remix Software, Inc. to provide cloud-based transit planning software services for a 3-year period. This procurement will be funded with operating funds. Remix's proprietary web-based transit planning software platform provides rapid route design, analysis, and modification of existing transit routes, demographic analysis, operating cost calculations, and Article 6 analysis into a single integrated platform for transit planning. Since acquiring Remix, it has enhanced results and reduced contracted service costs for RTA. By utilizing the Remix platform, RTA is able to utilize its resources wisely and apply best practices with the delivery of its planning and service development functions. Staff is available to answer any questions you may have. Hearing none, and based upon the recommendation of the Planning Committee, I move to approve an award to Remix Software, Inc. for the Remix Transit Planning Software Service for $37,410 per year for a 3-year total of $112,230.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded. Action item number 3, Remix Transit Planning Software Service be approved. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions?
Action item number 3 is approved.
Action item number 4, printing services. Mr. Palachicchio explained that the purpose of this procurement is to select a firm to partner with for the purchase of first-class printed materials that represent the agency's professionalism and brand standards to the community. This contract will include a diverse range of printing materials, including flyers, brochures, envelopes, and weatherproof signage and posters. In total, there are 42 individual print materials for which RTA requested pricing. This contract will be funded out of the operating budget. Staff is available to answer any questions you may have. Hearing none, based upon the recommendation of the Planning Committee, I move to approve and award a 3-year contract to Progressive Printers for printing services in the amount of $267,062.
Second.
Been properly moved and second that action item number 4, printing services, be approved. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Action item number 4 is approved.
Action item number 5, Intelligent Transit System Upgrade Project, Phase 1 of 3. Mr. Palachicchio explained that the purpose of this procurement is to award contracts to RTA's existing Intelligent Transportation System, also known as ITS, providers, Clever Devices and Trapeze, for the updating of existing platforms that support the operations. ITS components outlined in Phase 1 are targeted for installation and live operations in 2025 and are included in the approved 2024 capital and operating budgets. The total estimated cost of the upgrade for all 3 phases is estimated to be roughly $7 million. The total cost of the previous upgrade in 2016 for components included in these phases was over $7 million. This procurement is part of a 3-phase upgrade project that will take place in 2025, 2026, and 2027. Most ITS platforms were last updated in 2016 and are nearing the end of useful life, and some products will no longer be supported beginning in 2026. Due to this, RTA will be upgrading, replacing, and adding new features to the existing system over the next 3 years. A cost analysis was performed and pricing was determined fair and reasonable based on comparison to pricing charged to another transit agency for similar ITS solutions. Long-term maintenance for any new software, integrations, or equipment added to the overall ITS platform for all 3 phases will be included in future contracts to be negotiated with the vendors for annual maintenance. Staff is available to answer any questions you may have at this time. Hearing none, and based upon the recommendation of the Planning Committee, I move to approve and that awards be made to Clever Devices LTD in the amount of $1,784,902.60, Trapeze Software Group, Inc., in the amount of $158,529, Ensemble Solutions Group in the amount of $86,334.40, and Black Bear Radio, Inc., in the amount of $52,000. In addition, a total of $208,176.60 for a 10% contingency for all related components, for a grand total award amount of $2,289,942.60. This procurement will be funded 80% with federal funds, except for maintenance costs, which will be funded with operating funds.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second that action item number 5, ITS Upgrade Project, Phase 1 of 3, be approved. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Action item number 5 is approved.
Thank you. One other item at the meeting, Mr. Palachicchio also provided a summary document of recent activities going on in the Customer and Business Development Department. That concludes my update, and I'm available if there are any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Wexler. Moving right along, going on to the Chief Executive Officer's report.
I'm going to ask Brandon to update you guys on a recent APTA award we received.
This afternoon, actually just about an hour ago, we have some staff, Jessica Olson, as well as some other folks that are at our APTA annual award. We won the grand prize marketing award this year for our community bus program, Caring for Our Community program. So that includes everything related to all the bus wraps that we've done for the different communities and various awards we did for that. That is the first time RTA has actually won that award with the American Public Transportation Association, so that's pretty cool. So we'll share some pictures and bring the awards back, but that was nice to see us. It's been a while since we've gotten an award with that, so just wanted to share that with the board.
Okay.
That's all I have, John.
All right, well, we will move on to old business. I don't believe it.
I certainly don't want to call it old business, but I'll defer to the next section, please.
Okay, we'll move right on to older business.
That is so wrong.
He lobbed that over the plate. I'm sorry, he lobbed that over the plate. I couldn't just let that one go.
Notice he said that, not I.
Notice all that shared in my laughter. With the judge. You're laughing on the inside,
No.
Ms. Miller. Let's move on to new business. Is there any new business?
Today, I'd like to honor Ms. Sharon Hairston for her many years of dedicated service to the RTA board. You will be very missed.
Yes.
Well,
It's
thank
very
you.
much appreciated. Your guidance has been invaluable, and I just can't imagine our meetings without you.
Well, thank you. And before I got on this board, I was not great. So. Did she say that for real?
Yeah, she did.
Yes, I did say it wasn't real. So thank you. It's been a pleasure.
That's all the new business I have.
I was expecting a fan. You know what I'm
But
talking
you got
about?
a secret gift, so you're not going to discuss that.
No, I was awarded something at my church one year, and somebody made a fan with my face on it. And I think RTA had bought the table for it. And so I was expecting that fan to be here, but in fact, I should have brought mine because I still have it. It
I
did
think it's
mean a
propping
lot.
up the door on the 5th floor, but well, that's another story. So.
But thank you, everyone, and I wish you nothing but the best. We've got a good board here, in spite of who your president is. Moving right along.
Al is moving out the way. He's like, I don't want to get hit.
Now you understand why I went on to older business. No, seriously, all jokes aside, thank you very much for your service to the board and to this community. This board appreciates you, Ms. Hairston, and I'm sure that the community does as well. So thank you very much for everything that you've done for this board.
You're welcome. I didn't realize it is 14 years. Darn, I meant to do 15. Oh, well.
Oh, no.
Oh, well.
I'll entertain a motion to hold Ms. Hairston hostage for another year.
Not.
All right, moving along. Do we have any requests for public comment?
No, sir.
Really, there's no request for public comment?
Okay, keep going.
All right, we'll move right along then.
He's got it.
Are there any board member comments? We'll start down here with Ms. Miller.
Yes, first I'd like to congratulate Greater Dayton RTA for your APTA award. I know how much work everyone puts into making sure that we showcase our best and brightest, and I know how competitive those APTA awards are, so congratulations. And then also, you know, I would be remiss, I've been looking up to Ms. Hairston since I was a little girl, so, you know, it's an honor for me to have been able to serve on this board with her, and congratulations. I know I'll still see you around, but job well done.
Thank you.
Same shout out to staff for the award. I mean, everybody in the community has just raved about the wraps, and it has become a community source of pride. Whenever you go around the community, you know, and they go, that's our bus, as if it belongs to that community. And it's just wildly successful in my humble opinion. I salute and wish all the best to Sharon. She and I now move into the position of longest tenured person on this board, so thanks a lot.
Would that be super
pleasure.
oldest business, Dave?
Yeah.
Super old, yes, super old. I will share it. It's just been a joy to serve with Sharon. She's not only been a fellow board member, but become a good friend. And I hope we'll still see you down the road. And I share with you that I know you and I have sat on all kind of different boards in our days, and this one has been really special. So tip of the hat and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Shout out to staff as well for the award. That's great. I was at the Holiday at Home Parade this year, and the Kettering bus came down, and it did get a lot of comments and a lot of attention, so that was neat. And Sharon, thank you. Thank you for your mentorship. I mean, I think from day one, when we used to sit together here, you were a big help getting me up to speed, so I really appreciate it, and best of luck, best wishes.
As a marketing professional, Brandon knows I love the buses. And so it's always nice when outside folks, external colleagues recognize your work. I think the RAP buses are absolutely amazing. I agree with Dave that people do take ownership for it, and I want to say, did y'all help pay for that? But they love it. And what's even more interesting is looking at my memory wall this morning, I had pictures from years ago when you had the breast cancer bus parked out in front to showcase the latest RAP. So I appreciate all the effort and congratulations to your team. Everybody has been kidding Sharon for leaving. She kind of blindsided me. I didn't know that it was even imminent until I was having dinner with two of the commissioners, and they said, "We're trying to find a replacement." I'm like, "For who?" And so I immediately came in last month's meeting and berated her because I'm really heartbroken that she's leaving because we've had some tough times on this board, and Sharon and Dave are two members who always bring institutional knowledge, a sense of calm leadership, but very focused leadership. And I'm really going to miss her on this board. She's been my Sharon twin for a long time, and I'm going to miss that. So thank you so much for the commitment that you've given to the community, not just this board. You have given your time to the community, and we appreciate it.
I'd just like to add my congratulations too on the award, and like to say about the RAPs is that what makes it so special too is it's not just the large communities, but it incorporated the small communities too, and it really made us, I think, bring us together, and the award was well deserved. And as far as Sharon goes, every meeting you go to and Sharon's there, it's just a joy to be in that meeting. That's all there is to it. She just makes it, and like Tom, you've been very informational for me, and I appreciate that, and great success on whatever you do in the future.
Thank you, thank you. The only thing I'd like to say is that, or a few things I'd like to say. How much time? No, after the award, oh my gosh. The award is very, very good. My cousin and I were riding down the street. I was driving, and she said, "Look at that bus. I haven't seen one like that before." And it was a different community. I think it was Beaver Creek's bus. And I said, "No," I said, "it's only one." I said, it's one for every community, that we serve. I said, "We even have one," because we both live in Jefferson Township. And she said, "Do we?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "We have, it's one for every community." And she commented, well, that was just last week that this happened, So it is a really cool thing that those buses are out there and for different communities. I appreciate that. The other thing I wanted to say is that I will pay you all later for all the nice words that I've asked you to say about me. No, it has been both a challenge and a pleasure to be on this board. And as with any board, there's always challenges involved and things you have to do and get over and get through. And it's all about working together to make it happen. And I feel like this has been a good board working together. I've had almost every one of the positions on this board. I've had what in fact, I think I started out with the committee, this finance committee as my first committee that I was on, and then I did go to vice president and president of the board. So I do want to, again, thank you for all the kind words and the beautiful plant that I'll probably end up killing, but I really appreciate it. It's very nice, very nice. So thanks again, and that's all I'll say.
I haven't been on the board that long, but I want to thank Sharon because I've been on a lot of committees, and the work that you put in 14 years is astounding for somebody to do that. So thank you very much for that. And for the marketing committee, great job. I mean, I agree with what Sharon and everybody said. To see those buses going through downtown or through the communities, it really stands out. So thank you, job well done by Sharon and the marketing committee.
I'll be the final congratulations to the marketing committee for that. The buses do highlight our communities around, around the city, and that's something that's special. My funny story about the buses is my aunt is the mayor of Trotwood, and many people thought the Trotwood bus was just for Trotwood, so they were upset when they saw it in Kettering. They
thought it was just taking a loop around
Trotwood flyer. Yeah, that was the Trotwood flyer apparently. So I had a couple of conversations with people like, no, the Kettering bus is not just for Kettering.
Oh, that's funny.
But I mean, it's that's been a really good thing for around the city. And then some people have even called with some, things we can do in the future. And I think that the marketing team will do a great job with that moving forward. As far as 14 years of being on the board, like I said, Ms. Hairston has been a mentor of mine and a tormentor of mine on this board, but all for positive things. And it's not just this board, but she also keeps my mother-in-law in line at church and does things throughout the community. So you will be missed on this board, but you will not be missed in the community because you're still around. You're not just riding off into the sunset. So we do really appreciate everything that you've done, not just here, but in the community, the greater community at large. With that being said, I think, are we doing oath of office today?
Well, according to the agenda, first we have a request for an executive session.
I did skip that.
All right, and we do have a request to consider the acquisition of real property to protect the ability to competitively bid and prevent a bargaining advantage that is not in the public interest pursuant to Division G2 of Section 121.22 of the revised code.
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second, but I do have a question. Is it possible, because usually after our executive sessions, we don't have everyone available, if we move number 13, oath of office, prior to the executive session?
It's wholly possible if you amend the agenda, Chris, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so
Let's do that.
if
I move to amend the agenda to move item number 13, the oath of office, prior to the request for and convening into executive session.
Second.
So it's been properly moved and second that number 13, administering the oath of office, be moved prior to the request for executive session. Chris, did we do that correctly and all?
Yes.
All right, so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. So prior to executive session, we will administer the oath of office to Mr. Ashton Scott Dupler. Step forward, Mr. Dupler. He is actually going to be joining the board. So you see you got big, huge, my-size shoes to fill.
I almost had a stroke.
And my hair color to a check.
Cheers to you. No, thank you.
Or balls, whichever comes first.
If you would please raise your right hand. I, Ashton Dupler, will honestly, faithfully, and impartially perform the duties of my office. I will not be personally interested directly or indirectly in any contract led by the Greater Dayton Transit Authority. I will uphold the laws and Constitution of the United States of America and the state of Ohio. And congratulations. You have another privilege, which is you get to go to an executive session.
Oh, right. Excited.
But before you take your seat, Mr. Dupler, would you like to say anything upon coming onto the board?
It's a great privilege and an honor to be coming onto the board, and I've met a few of you, and I'm looking forward to getting to know more of you and to getting to know more about the Greater Dayton RTA. We had a wonderful tour today, and thank you to Rob and Bob for taking us around. Ms. Hairston, I want to say thank you for your service. Shoes to fill is the wrong terminology, but a legacy to hopefully learn from and to lean on. I'm encouraged to just be a part of the process.
Welcome to the board.
Welcome, sir. You can pick up your gray hair dye as we walk into executive session. That's what, yeah, no, I was going to say. So is there now a request for executive session?
Yes, but do I have to read this again, or can I just say ditto?
Okay, so we just need
Okay,
roll call.
roll call.
Correct. So we do
We
it.
have motion second, I think we still need.
We did, I motion.
And
Somebody down there second.
I think the executive director set forth the request for the motion, so I will move that we convene into executive session for the reasons stated by the executive director.
Second.
all right, it's been properly moved and second that we convene into executive session. Ms. Stanford, could we have the roll, please?
Just for clarification, would Ms. Hairston be included in that?
Yes, she'll be invited.
So we will have 10.
Well, we have some absences, so.
Okay. So, Mr. Lumpkin,
Yes.
Ms. White,
Yes.
Mr. Fulenkamp,
Yes.
Ms. Hairston,
Yes.
Ms. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mullins,
Yes.
Mr. Wexler,
Yes.
Mr. Williamson,
Yes.
and Mr. Duke.
Yes.
Thank you.
Will there be any other business, public business to take place after the executive?
Sir, there will not. No.
Okay, this is the public house.
That's what I was just getting ready to make. You jumped the gun on me there, Mr. Kennard. But yes, there won't be any further business, official business to take place after the reconvene out of executive session.